Hello, everybody. This is the OpBB live stream. Moshi Moshi, to you too. All right. So, this is Moondog. I am the game manager and creator of Operation Bad Blood. And I have with me some key members of the game staff. To my screen right, we have Ian. Uh,
Hello,
Give yourself a
I'm
little
so-
introduction there, Ian.
all right. I'm Sonic. I am the assistant game manager, and I am the on-field head referee and the bane of your existence. And I muted Buck. No offense. Um, yeah. So, like I said, every week you'll see me walking around the field, trying to talk to everybody at least once, making sure everybody's safe, sane, hydrated, and fed. And I'll be there to work with all the COs and the embeds to make sure we have a smooth game.
Right on. And to Ian's right, we have Joker, who many of you are familiar with. We're co-streaming to his channel, Players Wanted.
I'm an F tier internet celebrity, really, really low level. Joker Players Wanted. I go all over. I play games. I host games. Yeah, fun stuff.
And he makes games.
I make games.
Board games, for those of you who didn't know, some really fun board games. And Joker's been an embed as well as a headhunter.
The bane of the existence of every CO out there.
So you definitely check out his channel if you haven't already. He has some great in-game footage, especially a lot of CQB stuff, and he is huge on TikTok. So
F tier
on TikTok.
Look, I keep myself grounded, man. When I hit that million, I'll go check that mark.
And so immediately below me, we have Headkill Nick, who is the tribal CO. Nick, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey everybody, Headkill here, CO again for Tribals. You'll see me out and about with an unlit cigar this year. There's no smoking on the field. But yeah, I mean, if Joker is an F tier internet celebrity, I'm F minus. I help out at a couple of YouTube channels, mostly Real Steel. You see me on like Shot Show stuff and Moondog stuff as well occasionally. But yeah, I'll be out there in the field.
Excellent. And Headkill has been involved with Operation Bad Blood since the beginning. So 15 years we've been working together on this. And so yeah, if there's somebody who is he's definitely a person who is as experienced as me in this game and is steeped in it. So and to Headkill's right on screen,
it's Buck.
We have Buck. It's Buck.
Everybody.
Speaking of TikTok celebrities, F tier celebrities.
I am lower than Mark. I am so low. I can't even be below F. I'm F minus.
He's special guest status.
Literally, always.
Well, excellent. Well, hopefully we'll have a few more embeds and maybe a CO popping into the discussion today. But really, this whole live stream series is really done for your benefit, the players who are attending Operation Bad Blood or considering attending Operation Bad Blood. But if you are considering attending, get on those tickets immediately. We already have 2 teams sold out. So, and I'm already getting hit up by folks on the DM asking me, "Hey, I couldn't get my ticket, or my friend bought the wrong team's ticket. Can you switch us over to Deus Ex or Greens?" And I'm like, "Dude, the tickets are all handled by Evic. I have no control over them. They're sold out. You can't get into them. Can you switch to another team?" So there you go. Just want to let you know that now so as time goes, Evic may release some additional tickets that got returned to them. I don't know when that's going to come. Usually it happens like a week or 2 before the game, maybe 2 weeks. There's no exact date on that, and they will trickle in. Sometimes they'll just unlock it, and so just keep monitoring it. If we happen to get a heads up about it, we'll let you know on the Facebook group. But that's pretty much your best bet, or just reach out to the your team faction or the other factions that you want to get into and see if anybody wants to sell you a ticket who can't go. Sometimes people can't, their work situation that they can't go. So that it is what it is. That's why we keep telling you months in advance, get your tickets now because they will sell out. So anyway, but beyond that, we have a couple of topics we want to get into. Some of them we didn't cover last week in as much detail as we wanted to, with radios and hydration. Let's start with radios. Sonic, what you wanna discuss some about radios? Well, I check the questions that might be coming up.
Sure. I'm kind of a novice radio nerd. It's straight in the player packet that you've all read that radios are mandatory for the event. That's not to say they're there for casual chit chat and constant traffic back and forth, finding out who's taking a break, who's going to get lunch, none of that. It's literally, I'm lost, I need help, or you're actually getting messages from your team's chain of command. We're using standard FR. Go ahead, Joker.
It's short and sweet. It's not greeting and salutations, my friend. It's been so long since I've seen you last time. How fare thee? It's hi.
Yeah.
Make it short, make it sweet.
Yeah, exactly. We use standard FRS, GMRS, FCC free channels. Actually, that's not technically true, but that's okay. So really any kind of off the shelf radio is going to work for you. I was bored this morning, so couple radios you're going to see. The most common, you've got the white one, Motorola Talkabout.
They work just perfectly fine.
Yeah, very inexpensive. They cover everything you need to do. You can usually get them as a 2-pack for like $20,
or even 3-packs.
Yeah, sometimes even 3-packs. Sure. Next one you're going to see. They're not as common, but they're still out there. You can get Cobras, which are just like the Motorola's, no features, just literally push to talk. Those are a little more expensive. You can get, 2 of them for maybe $40, but it's literally take it out, put a battery in, and it works, right? What you're going to see the most often nowadays, obviously, is the programmable Baofeng and any other insert Chinese brand maker AGM of a Baofeng. They're inexpensive. They work. But if you're not really sure what you're doing, you're going to be kind of deaf. And not everybody's going to have the time to help you out. So keep that in mind. If you're new to radios and you need one just to meet the requirements of the game, get a buddy and get some Motorola's. Seriously, you're going to save yourself a whole lot of trouble.
Yeah, unless you want to spend about 30 minutes to an hour kind of figuring out how to program the Baofeng. And I don't want to call you out, Nick, but and I don't even know if you even know what the correct pronunciation of the name is. But I figured you're the most qualified.
I don't know. I say Baofeng, but I say Baofeng, but I don't know. I don't know what it is in Chinese. So
I don't.
Not that I speak it or read it that well.
Yeah. And from I've heard, and don't quote me on this, it's that from other sources in and around San Francisco, which is a large Chinese community. It's one of the pronunciations is Baofeng.
I've heard Baofeng. Yeah, sometimes you'll see those for sale as well. If that's the route where you want to go with the radio, and you see a Baofeng for $18 and a Baofeng for $20, get the Baofeng. It's the same radio. It's going to do the exact same thing, right?
Well, there are 2 different types of these. One is a 5-watt and one's an 8-watt.
Yes, that is 100% true.
And they now have the UV5R 8 watts on Amazon.
They do.
Oh.
So, which threw me off because these ones have like the nice silver on there. That's how you know they were like the 8 watts. And then I bought some new ones and I was like, where's the silver?
You got the so you ended up getting the 5 watts by mistake.
No, they were 8 watts.
Oh, okay.
Actually, and they performed just as good as the as them. So what is the radio channel again? You said 151.
I'm not gonna say it on here because it's only be for the staff.
Type it.
Okay.
Well, we'll get it to you after
yeah,
we'll get it
muted.
to you after the live stream.
Bail found.
And if you want one of those radios, it's $20, 25-ish right now on Amazon. They come down in
And
price.
when I
and
say I'm
actually just got
an
one, so.
amateur radio nerd, like I said, this is the first one I got. That's the rest of them. So I got some loaners for staff, but not a whole lot. You can see I've got 4 loaners. 2 of those are repeater. So we're gonna have some fun.
Now, word of warning, and when I first got into using those radios, these programmable ham radios, and they are essentially ham radios.
Yeah.
Two things that Ian could probably get into greater depth in is one is technically you have to have a license to use those, and the other issue is from personal experience, having gotten one, and I thought I had it all worked out, and sometime during the day I pressed leaned against something or whatever, and suddenly my channels are all messed up, or I got into some other menu mode, and then I was at a loss for a good half hour until I just gave up on that and just grabbed my FRS GMRS radio, which I always carry a backup of that. So from a Saturday standpoint, if you want to keep it simple, just go with a FRS GMRS and you'll be good to go.
The biggest problem with the Chinese programmables, they all come from China. That's just legit. That's how it is. The biggest problem with the Chinese programmables is that they're not FCC compliant, so they don't have to follow the rules basically. So when you've got a Motorola or a Cobra and you transmit on an FRS frequency, you're transmitting on a FRS GMRS frequency. A Baofeng transmits on 10. So when you get a lot of these radios all in a small place together, you get lots and lots of bleed.
Interference between them.
So you'll hear channels you're not on because the radio can pick it up, and you're going to transmit on channels you're not on because the other radios can pick it up. So it's 6 in 1. You know what I mean? They work. Everybody has them. They're very popular. If you want to take the time to figure out how to program it or just key in your frequencies, that's fine. The frequencies are found in the player packet. But Moondog's right. If when in doubt, just go with an FRS off the shelf. You're going to be fine.
Now, maybe we should talk a little bit about one of the things you might want to get into is when you're making a choice even with an FRS GMRS radio, if you can look for one that has a headphone jack, a headphone port in it, so that you could plug in some headphones, or basically a single one, earbud, because it's mono, because they can be useful, especially when it's loud and you're playing, not so much for stealth really, but when you're playing and you're firing gun and people try to get a hold of you, you're generally not cranking up your radio very loud like the staff is. You're having it kind of low, so you might not hear somebody communicating to you. So having a radio with that can connect to a standard headset, and oftentimes depending on which model you buy, they come with an earbud headset. So that's something to look into, but it's not an absolute you should have one. They can, they get tangled up. It's up to you.
You have to be careful sometimes with the talkabouts and everything too, because that pin will come out fairly easily, and you may start transmitting accidentally with it and tying up your channels. So be a little careful. Tape it down.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Okay. Anything else? Anybody want to add in on radios? Oh, I mean, we can. I think we can't. We can't stress this enough. Turn off the Vox setting.
Yeah.
That's the voice activated setting. Oh,
and
please,
if you
for the love of
call,
because what inevitably happens is that there's somebody who's new to radios, don't know how to use the menus, and as I mean, just the regular simple FRS, JMRS radios menu settings can be complicated, and it's times 10 when you get to the POW fangs. But the menu settings, oftentimes people don't realize that there is a Vox setting, and sometimes they may come default with it on the voice activation. The thing is, it's not real voice, it's just really noise activation. So that anytime there's a noise, anybody's talking around you, or you're talking to a friend, it'll start transmitting. And that's terrible for your.
Well,
for
the
your
biggest
team.
thing is if you're using a radio and you actually care about hearing and sending transmission, you're going to have it right here or something like that, right? Well, where's the gearbox? It's right here. So every time you pull the trigger, you over the radio. Nobody wants that.
Yeah,
Especially
nobody
not
should
me.
be on Vox.
Yeah, no Vox. Because we will find you, we will hunt you down, and your own squad is gonna take you out.
Let's also try to not have a repeat of last year trying to sound where the person that kept their push to talk.
Oh, that was great. Finding that person out. He was inside of the Jackal tactical tent after going through Chrono.
Oh, that's
I
right.
could have killed him.
I'm like,
that was fun.
I'm going around, and I'm like,
An hour of just.
I'm like, I followed. I can hear him. Where's that person? I whipped my head around. It's like over there.
Yeah, because you heard yourself or something, right?
Yeah.
And we heard him in Chrono. So we're like, where the hell is he at in Chrono? And then he walked around. So I was like, I'm going off Chrono. I'm going to find this guy. Had my radio on. I'm listening. And then I heard Paul at Jackal Tactical's voice. And I whipped my head around. I was like, he's over there. And I went over. And then I was like, I started saying, what's up? Like real loud. Then I heard myself get louder and louder. I went right up to his like, your radio's bleeding. He goes, what? I was like, that's you on the radio. Turn it off. Just like that.
It's because he had Vox on and he didn't know.
No, I think his thing was broken.
Oh,
the button was broken. Yeah, because he had one of those cheap Motorola ones, and he had the earpiece in. It was
Actually, I think Moondog was right on that one. Even though it was, I'm pretty sure Vox was on because we didn't have another bleed through that entire day.
Yeah,
because I had
he came on the field and was transmitting later.
Yeah, but he took the thing out. It was.
Yeah, it's like what Headkill said. His PTT was shot, and it was just transmitting.
Yeah,
and that can happen with the cheaper sets that basically use the same kind of headsets that they used to give out with phones.
Yeah,
so
right.
Yeah, so they're not really.
Well, I mean,
weatherproof.
radio. Look at it this way. At least I do. Radio accessories are just like everything else that isn't your primary weapon. It's a consumable. It's gonna break. So keep in mind that maybe you've had the same PTT for the last 5 years. Maybe get a new one. You know what I mean?
Well, what I usually do is before I go to events, because I have one of those like 15-year-old push to talks.
Yeah.
Is I always make sure it works first, because every year we're at Bamford, it's the same thing. You get people either hot micing or doing it on purpose just to be playing games on the radio channels, and it gets to be annoying because I can't hear you or Ian or anybody else.
Well,
there's no real way to stop them from doing that.
There's an EMR neighbor who doesn't like us.
Oh.
And then usually early afternoon, they'll start to hot mic us. That does happen.
No, but I know sometimes I've walked on the field like Joker was saying, and I can hear the static and the feedback getting louder and louder and louder. I'm like, okay, your radio's on. No, it ain't. Yeah, it is.
These work if you want to go old school.
I like that.
I was thinking about that.
Who is that?
That's Joker.
Oh, that's Joker.
Okay. Let's mute Joker for a second there.
Sorry, that was I fixed it.
Okay. So as I was saying about those pieces, especially if you get the consumer or the one that comes with your pack, they're not weather sealed very well. So as you're playing and you're sweating onto it, you can short them out. I've done that when I first got my Motorola's. So just be aware of that as well.
And
I know one of those handset ones.
Oh yeah, but
I picked up one of those handset push and talk speaker ones. Yeah.
There's one thing to keep in mind, at least when it comes to Bad Blood, when it comes to radios. This isn't exactly a game of stealth. So just no, seriously, just strap the thing to your shoulder or put it on your belt and turn up the volume. You're not hiding. You know what I mean? You're with 200
Unless
other
you're
people
sitting, there's a
walking
contract
around,
out on you.
walking around the woods. There's no hiding. Oh, we hear them. Yeah, no crap. They're right over there. So, like, don't worry about the headset if you don't really need to. Just strap the thing to your belt or your Molly strap on your chest and just come on out.
Oh, and one other thing, definitely put your name on it, because Vendetta will join the live stream next week. They're about sign in, but they're also the lost and found. Put your name on your radio, and put your name all over, like the inside of the battery cover or whatever. But I can't tell you, at the end of the game, we get a ton of radios that have no name on it, or they just have a letter. It's like, okay. And then we try to, the field tries to return the stuff, but what we end up doing is just if it's unclaimed, we tape up the box, and that becomes a raffle item next year or this year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, last year I think I found 2 radios on the field and turned them in, and one was a nice bullfang, like a newer one with the silver front, like Joker was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, and put the name on the battery pack, because those
also
Baofangs
put your name on the battery. Yeah.
have a removable battery pack. So put a name on the battery packs. We found battery packs too.
Yep, it's all out there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, I know we have an agenda, but that actually gets a good point. Put your name on everything, really, if you can. Like, I say it pretty often. Don't worry about sidearms. This isn't that kind of game. But if you're the kind of person who needs to have their pistol with them, tape in the mag and put the thing on a lanyard. Seriously, like, I think I turned in before noon last year. I think I turned in 3 pistols.
Yeah, you did.
Guys, just tape it up. It's
Yeah, I had an issue of that of my own last year. I lent my pistol out, one of my brand new SIGs, to a buddy of mine because he didn't have any sidearm. Lost the mag. Came back. He was like, "Oh, I don't know where the mag is." I go, "Yes, you're going over to get me a new one then." Sorry, bud.
Guess you're going
you
to
lose
Jackal
it,
again.
you replace it. That's the deal.
A good retention holster is key.
It really is.
Not just some like generic one, drop legs, lose stuff all the time. I like Safariland, GLS, and ALS stuff. It's not going to come out.
A quick thing also. I mean, one year, I think it was 2 years ago, me and Ian were finding people bring stuff out on the field, like the stash, and forget it's there. We turned in how many backpacks with guns and stuff.
Oh, that's right. Backpacks with just
water,
rifles
guns, all kinds of stuff.
Gallons of water, all kinds of stuff. Like the gallon of water, I get it. You're bringing extra hydration to the field, and back when we had a static respawn, great idea. But go get it at the end of the day.
Yeah, we don't want to be responsible for bringing it back.
I'm gonna show my age, and also I'm not a hippie. But I have actually been to Burning Man once. So the rule of thumb always really stuck with me. Leave the place cleaner than when you found it. Seriously, like a 13-gallon. What's a small waste bin? 5 gallons, 6 gallon. Just go get a little trash bag. Just put it in your pocket, and when you're coming off the field at the end of the day, pick shit up as you're walking back.
Yeah,
be a good guy. It's not gonna hurt.
And it'll help him out also.
Exactly, because then he doesn't have to go out there and find all the crap and pick up your trash, and
then we don't have to hear part of the opening. I ran over such and such a cell phone last year. It happens, guys. He does it every year. Yeah. You bring your phone out, you bring your such and such out, it doesn't get found, it doesn't get turned in. He then has to run it over and find it that way. And nobody wants that, because then you're out of phone and he's mad because he just ran something over with his lawnmower.
Yeah.
I mean, that one year that Ian did, he was doing the Where's Wilder with the colored shirt, and we were in the fort. Remember those flower pots? How many bags did we find stashed in there?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, around the middle keep. Yeah, just people just like, oh, this is a great spot. Nobody will touch it. Yeah, but then you forgot it's there because you put it there at 10 o'clock in the morning. And so now somebody's got to go back.
Everybody goes in that fort.
You're going to forget where you bring things out to. It happens to the best of us. The only people that I honestly think should be bringing stationary bags are tribal. If you are out there and you are defending a point, that is the only time where I think absolutely bring a bag out. If you're going to be sitting in that spot all day, it's hot, it sucks. Stash a bag full of water, stash a bag full of BBs. That way you don't have to go out and take away from the fun when people are trying to raid you.
Absolutely. This is a good segue since we're talking about water.
Hydrate.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you dehydrated? Because not enough, sir. I'll tell you why. Because you're not finishing the goddamn water.
I had to.
Does that bring back memories, Siamp?
Yeah, it does. I was the one yelling at people. Speaking of hydration now, and I know there's a lot of things in the player pack that's mandatory, but can we check to make sure, because every year it seems that we have 10, 15 people with heat exhaustion. Can we make it mandatory you must bring 2 liters of water on the field with you, even if it's a canteen?
That's you, dude.
That's your call.
Well, no, but I mean, but unless it's in the player pack, people are going to sit there and be like, well, I don't have to do that. You know how people are in this game, Tom.
Well, it's too late to put it in the player pack, but you can definitely ask them to inspect what they're because we did say bring hydration in the player packet. We didn't specify 2 gallons or what.
Yeah, no, but
we don't specify how much.
No, but my thing is now people are going to see that there's water stations out there and be like, I don't have to bring nothing out there. There's a water station, and
well, they do have to bring something to.
What do you
water in.
Where you can put the water in?
Yeah, no, but
Yeah.
I mean, come on, we've all been around long enough to know how they think. But that's what I was thinking about. I always hydrate, but I see people out there.
No, you know what? We do actually specify 2 quarts water hydration minimum. It's right in the player packet.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
On the quick reference sheet, because I made a stink about that a couple years ago.
So
I'll make sure before they go on the field when I'm checking their uniforms to make sure they have water, and they don't have water. What am I telling?
I'm sorry, having a disposable cup or one of those the expandable cups that you guys used to have out there at Burning Man.
I went once, man, and I got dragged. So
the expandable cups are not a valid form of hydration.
What? Yeah, you can't bring your red sippy cup.
No.
Oh no, they're using that for the tournament lock on the air tank. But now, if they don't have water on them when they're going on the field, what do I tell them?
Go get some water.
Turn around.
Okay.
Go buy a canteen from the MR store or from Jackal or somebody.
Go to Amped and get yourself a hydration bladder.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
Dude, they're $20, man.
Yeah, they're really.
I bought one 2 years ago.
What's always baffling to me is that you guys have heat casualties at 80 degrees.
They're over geared.
Well,
no, it's I play in 100-degree heat down here in Florida.
But we talked about this last week,
Mr. Florida. Excuse me.
We talked about this last week because there are people who need to be tactical, and they're coming out there head to toe in freaking neoprene. Neoprene does not stop the BB hits.
That was weird last year.
Don't do it. Don't wear a gosh dang wetsuit. Don't wear a body stocking. I'm going to call you guys out. Don't wear a damn ghillie suit. It's not necessary. This is a game of movement. Leave the ghillie suit at home.
The worst heat casualty we ever had was one of my boys, and we didn't even know that he was a heat cash because he walked himself off the field, has no remembrance of this. He doesn't remember. And he passed out on the hood of his car because he decided that he was going to go to a Russian military surplus, and he bought winter military gear thinking that it was summer gear, and then brought a bulletproof military Russian helmet.
I remember that.
Remembrance of that entire day. He passed out in his car, and my wife and her friend nursed his little ass. And
I get it. Well, airsoft is as much a fashion show as it is a tactical event.
But that's not what happened last year, though. Last year we had that entire family drop because they had to only wear tan, and it was all neoprene shit that they wore, which was weird as hell. I don't understand. It's you know what it boils down to, guys. When you guys are hydrating, it's not just water. Also mix in something like Pedialyte, Gatorade, something to get the electrolytes in there because you guys are going to burn through salt as you're running out there with your sweat.
But not just Gatorade.
Not just Gatorade.
No. Mix it.
For every 1 Gatorade, 2 bottles of water.
Yeah.
You know what? And like,
or even that.
You know, as I always say, I'm a Vietnam reenactor type guy. So I run.
You got jungle juice.
Well, no, I run canteens. I don't I generally, when I'm playing, I don't wear a hydration pack. I run canteens. One canteen is water. One canteen is water with a single shake packet of Pedialyte. When you're feeling, you know what, something's not right, just inhale the Pedialyte canteen, good to go. And then refill it later when you can. But just, I have one water, one Pedialyte at all times, just in case. It's just the sanest thing
simple.
you can do.
Usually, what I do with my 3-liter Camelback is I'll put like 2 liters of water and then the rest of it's Gatorade or Crystal Light or something like that, just so I get the electrolytes back.
Sure.
Powerade's better than Gatorade.
Powerade, yeah, Powerade's good stuff.
Gatorades is mostly sugar.
Yep.
Anyway.
Good Powerade.
Or I mean, at worst, just fill it with water and put in half a teaspoon of salt.
Yeah,
Not
that's
gonna
what
hurt you.
that's what I used to do when I was cycling.
Yeah, just put a little salt in it. It's not going to hurt you. So
A decent one that I actually highly recommend if you guys are into the like gamer substances, gamer subs. Get it. It's very good electrolytes, helps with focus, very good for hydration. They even sell specific ones for hydration.
And
for the
Headfill is
price, worthwhile.
I have G Fuel.
G Fuel.
I have G Fuel. I have Gamer Subs. I have
G Fuel is lead.
Rogue.
So
Yep.
essentially,
Don't
guys,
drink G Fuel.
the method of this is who cares what brand you use,
Yeah.
water and electrolytes.
Yeah.
Because it's what plants want. It's got electrolytes.
And
got what plants crave.
to go back to the hydration stations and the running water that is at EMR, and I always say this, never assume things you're going to be required to have are going to be there. So bring your gallons of water with you. There's going to be a Walmart on the way. Stop and get a couple of gallons of water. I don't care if you just get a flat of water and you just fill up whatever. I don't care. Assume the water doesn't work and you've brought it with you. If it does work, bully on you. There's extra. But always bring what you're going to need, assuming it's not going to be available.
There's that gas station as soon as you get off the highway. You can just run in and buy water.
There's like 3 gas stations just as soon as you get off the highway.
Brad, no. Brad, no. We are not endorsing Get Good for Bad Blood.
Oh, I like
Absolutely
Get
not.
Good. Oh,
No.
I have one of those still.
she's a cutie. The girl who's always there on Saturday mornings. She's nice.
No, Get Good is a nasal spray. It's ammonia. Or not
No,
ammonia.
it's not ammonia. It's literally like essential oils. It's mostly like peppermint, cinnamon, and something else that you and like a.
There's
fruity,
banana scented.
Yeah. I got a pack because somebody said this stuff's awesome, so we did it on the stream. The only thing it's good at is burning your nasal hairs.
You know what? Hockey season's almost over. Thank God. It's summertime. Don't use smelling salts. You're not a professional athlete. Don't bring that shit. Don't do it. All you're going to do is just make yourself pass out. Don't do it.
Even if you are a licensed medical professional, do not provide these to your teammate. You do not know the reactions they are going to have. Jake.
What the hell is my Get Good?
So
Okay.
was it Joker had the suggestion that if you really feel like you want to help out folks, go to hit Costco and get a pallet of bottled water.
Get a case.
Yes, a
Case,
full
get a
pallet.
case. Get a case of bottled water and just drop them off on the field. And if you forget some hydration, 4 large bottles of water, just regular bottled water is enough, and you can refill those. So yeah.
So what I would suggest for everybody that's coming out there, bottled water is cheap by the case.
Yes.
Go to Walmart, bring a case, and then we could disperse it at the water stations out on the field. So there's at least stuff there that people could take and drink with them. And even still, I think it almost is one of those things where it's like have a trash can right beside it so you can chug and drop.
Yeah, that's a good point. The hydration station should be used as, I'm just going to use canteen top offs.
Mm-hmm.
If you're dry, go back out to the faucet and fill up. But if you just want to top off you're at half full, top it off, and like Mark said, grab a bottle of water and keep moving. That's a great idea. Yeah.
Chug. I mean, even like we use for some of the other games that we go to and that we run, One of the medic things that we do is have them chug a bottle of water. And yeah, it works well.
That's good.
Do we have to use 3.2 BBs or can we use any type of BBs as long as we're under the joules limit for our weapon type?
Any BB, as long as it's
Okay.
bio BBs.
We also don't do weapon types. So like there's no SMG class and stuff like that. We chrono with the .32s. Once you're out of chrono, you're free to use whatever you want.
Except for dead blood.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes. That's a whole nother animal, but yeah.
As a guy getting shot a lot, yeah.
I had a conversation with someone, I think yesterday. They commented on the open section for regular bad blood. Can I use an HPA tapped tri-shot shotgun? No HPA taps on the field for dead blood unless it is a pistol. And no, you cannot use your mag.
No.
For mags.
No, we had this discussion last year when I came out bleeding. No HPA tap pistols, thank you very much. It's not the part of the game. Sorry, I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
no, it defeats the whole spirit of Dead Blood. It's a low power, close quarters, fun event.
You're not supposed to survive dead blood.
The zombies always win.
No binary triggers either.
No binary triggers.
No binary.
Speaking of which, are we confining? Well, we're not talking about dead blood yet, are we?
No, not yet.
I mean,
Not
yeah.
quite.
I mean, we'll always say that for another live stream.
They had
but-
way too far away to run last time. It
Yeah.
needs to be-
They make binary triggers for airsoft now.
Oh yeah, they've always had a binary.
Oh
triggers
yeah,
for stuff.
they've been around for quite some time, unfortunately.
They are a
And
cancer.
Yeah.
CO2.
And binary triggers don't matter for bad blood. We're not even talking dead blood because
Yeah.
it's a full auto game.
Yes.
What do you need? What do you need 2 shots per trigger pull for? It's full
Just
auto.
go full
game.
auto. Yeah. So anyway, I think we've is there anything? I think we've pretty much covered hydration. Just hydrate often, bring lots of water, bring a lot of containers. And if you are drinking off of a disposable water bottle, don't dispose of it. Just bring it with you. Can't carry it empty because you could use it again to refill.
Yeah,
at one of the
refill it
stations.
at the next hydration station, and there's your canteen for the day.
Wait a second. Binary triggers are illegal in New York City State.
Are they?
For real still, yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense.
Where was that? Oh, sorry.
It's in the
Oh,
chat.
okay.
I'm reading comments.
Okay.
Yes, same.
Yeah.
I have to scroll
But,
down.
we're gonna be in Pennsylvania, so it's okay.
Yeah. Anything goes, boys.
And I don't even have to drive through New York.
Hey, even better.
This time.
All right. And
What do you mean?
and
What,
airsoft.
and airsoft, huh?
I mean, some fields might ban it, but it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Airsoft
not
doesn't.
it's not an illegal mod to your replica. That's
Yeah, I mean,
no.
some game producers won't, especially the Milsim ones, won't allow it. But yeah,
I feel bad for y'all in New York City. Y'all can't even own airsoft guns anymore.
That's why I live in the island.
It is an absolute tragedy.
it is.
That's why last time I bought anything, I had to get it shipped to New Jersey.
All right, so let's move over to the next topic: volunteers. This game runs on volunteers. All of us were essentially volunteers that we're talking. They're talking on screen right now, as well as everybody who's an embed and a CO in this game. So this game really runs on volunteers, especially in the morning. We're always looking for chrono volunteers. If you have experience running a chrono machine, knowing how to chrono airsoft guns. We definitely want to talk to you. So DM either myself or Sonic, and we'll get you vetted and joining the team. We'll get you aside from the fact that you're helping your fellow man, your fellow airsofter, and being the good guy there and helping everybody get through chrono faster. We'll get you a little bit of extra swag for the effort. And
but you're committing to the roles. So
yes.
we don't want somebody who says, yeah, I can help with chrono, and then 45 minutes later,
when his friends go through,
Joker and Virtua are looking for you because there's a hold up and you're down 2 stations. We can't have that. So if you're going to volunteer, please do, and you'll be you'll be rewarded for it, but you're committing to that role until at least the safety briefing.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have. It's been a while since I had to put a chrono into jewel mode. You're gonna have to refresh me on how to do that.
There, it's an automatic. The ones we use,
Okay.
it's on the screen. It's automatic.
Okie dokie.
So
We just have to make sure that it's just calibrated for the right weight. That's all. Just a couple button clicks and we're good.
So we'll get the equipment straightened away, but you just need to know how to hold an airsoft gun and that sort of thing. It would help to have experience doing that and being able to test it. We have our own protocol of how many shots to fire and things like that. But we'll get to that if you volunteer. The other volunteers we definitely need are for sign in. So this is a call out to anybody who has a parent who's going there and their parents are dropping them off, or their parents are there, or their significant other. My wife, call sign Vendetta, is in charge of the sign-in volunteers, and we're always looking for wives, girlfriends, daughters. Even one of our embeds, Spidey, his daughter is volunteering as a sign-in volunteer. So we're always looking for volunteers in the sign-in area as well. So
I've tried for the past 15 years to get my wife. No.
So and if your wife is there and if she's looking for something to do while you're off in the field, please she'll be happier with the other airsoft widows is what the team is called at sign in. So definitely reach out to me and I'll put you in touch with Vendetta, and she's going to be joining the live stream next week to talk a little bit more about for players what you need to do and expect what they expect of you to get everybody through registration as quickly as possible. So
let me ask you a question then, because volunteers for Saturday are obviously very important, but how many people do you want to try and make it up for Friday early chrono? Because it's obviously we do have a good amount of people who do come out for that. The faster we can make it, the faster we can get through, because we have that hard cutoff time of 7 or so.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll be there. I know Sin's going to be there.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking more so much chrono. It's more registration. Like I remember last year, I think it was just Vendetta. For all Friday night. We could use more hands.
Yeah, for sure.
In, just to get through the few hundred people who do come in on Friday.
So
if we have more than enough people at chrono, I can always go help Vendetta.
Sure.
Yeah. So the thing is, if you're there Friday, definitely we need volunteers Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So reach out to me.
Yeah. Ange will help out with the registration, but let's talk about chrono for a second.
Pull your mic down. You're a little fuzzy.
He's drinking beer.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. Just move it forward. So when it comes to chrono, don't be that guy that walks up with 20 guns at once, please.
Yeah.
I mean, we do state bring everything you're gonna need to chrono.
Yeah, but the problem that comes up when it comes down to chrono, especially if you have if you're that guy that thinks that you're going to use every single gun that you have in your arsenal at Bad Blood, it's probably not going to happen to begin with, right? You're only going to probably bring 1, maybe 2 guns out on the field. So choose your top 3, top 4 to bring.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But because what happened last time was that one guy showed up with literally 15 guns, and it was
that's excessive.
Yeah. It's kind of bad.
I mean, I get it. You want your primary, you want your sidearm, and you want maybe a backup. I get it. You're right. Any more than that.
Well, it's not even that. What are you doing? It's like last year we had a couple of people show up with wagons with guns.
That's what I'm talking about.
And they were like, "Oh, I'm doing my team." No, make your teammates come over here.
Yeah. We can't do that. We can't just. I mean, there's nothing that's prohibiting it, but kind of.
There's something prohibiting it. It's me bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Because the problem that comes up is sometimes we only have three or four stations open. If we got 2 guys show up with 20 guns each, that station's gonna be taken up, and you have all these people standing in the hot sun waiting for chrono.
It's actually going to take longer to get through that one guy than if all 10 of you showed up with 2 guns.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Right? You know,
especially considering because how many times you saw it? How many times did people show their one gun didn't work, so they fiddle with it? If you're an AEG, you're either going to pass or fail, right? If you're HPA and your gun's too high, step back, next guy, go forward. Especially if you're having problems we're not. I mean, there's efficiencies that we can do, and we're going the opposite direction this time, right? In the chrono.
Yeah, I still want to see how EMR is going to work that, but yeah, I guess it's more players through the big opening and then come out the small opening, which fine with me.
Makes
I don't
sense.
care. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we have 2 lines typically. We usually have HPA or AEG.
Right.
So then that way like I said, AEGs, they're going to pass or fail.
Yeah.
Well, usually I tell people if they have a problem with their HPA gun, go back to your camp, whatever, fiddle with it. When you come back, cut the line, come see me, or if it was sin, see sin, and then
that was causing problems last year because people are like, "Yo, bro, what the hell?" That's why they say take a step back, fiddle with your gun, then step forward.
Yeah,
because you're right there. Don't have them walk out because if they walk out, they come back in, and then it's literally airsofters are idiots. They can't understand the common thing of, "Oh yeah, this guy was here before. He's cutting. He's your buddy."
and remember, you have to wear proper eye face protection to get into chrono. If you show up Friday night, no, you don't have to be fully kitted out, but you still need your eye pro. It's that there's no exception. No eye pro, you're not getting in line. It's that easy.
Somebody
bring
asks,
eye pro, go buy it.
Somebody asks if the night game is off limits entirely.
Well, right now we're not authorized for a night game this year, so hopefully that answers that question.
If you guys are interested in running a night game, you need to reach out to Tom so that we can properly speak with Timmy about it if there is a possibility. As of right now, it's a no.
All I see is Smurf. I am. She commented. She's going to also hopefully join us for the live stream next week, along with Vendetta, to talk about the sign-in and registration process.
What do the numbers look like on the tickets? Is it even across the board, or is one team more than the others?
Well, right now, two of the teams are completely sold out. There's Deus Ex and Greens. So they're then we've got
Black Shirts is right behind. Black Shirts is right behind.
Yeah, they're going to sell out soon.
Marxist is lagging as always, but that's by no means any kind of indication of what Marxists are capable of. But if you're looking for a challenge and you're not real sure where to sign up and the team you want is full, honestly, go Marxists. You're gonna have a great time.
Absolutely.
You're gonna have a great time. It's gonna be a fun day. And
Marxists won 6 times in a row. Just
gonna win.
And if there was some other way of things explaining last year, they would have chalked up another win.
Oh, someone's mad.
I'm not mad. Other people were mad, but I'm like, I'm not going to be that guy.
Marxist is always a great squad, and especially if you're new to Bad Blood and you're not really sure if you want to go the tactical route or you want to go, super SWAT, anything like that. Get a tan T-shirt, some tan pants, and you're a Marxist, and you're
brown tide, baby.
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
I never really understand why it's always been lagging, because it is. I mean, especially with
honestly, I think it's the name. I think it's the name, and that's
you're
fine.
Right.
But the Marxists who have been playing as Marxists their entire Bad Blood career, they get into the character, and it's fun.
It's funny.
It's funny.
Yeah. It's ironic.
I was a Marxist embed for years, and it was some of the best time I've had out there. And it's just everybody gets into it, and everybody wants to just enjoy it. And even when I was an embed, we couldn't win squat. I'll blame Spank for that, but we couldn't win anything. But it didn't matter. It was fun. Everybody had a really good time.
And that's the whole point of the
Yeah.
game, is to have fun.
Yeah.
Well, that was
Exactly.
like the same thing when we had Task Force Congo, and I was the CO for that for like 2 years in a row. And all I had was the 8-year-old kids that were new to the game, and that was it. The
Yeah.
first thing they bought was ACU, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm hurting kids.
Look,
But it was
And you
it
gotta
was fun.
remember,
Yeah.
Airsoft is pretty Gucci. You know, everybody wants to be kitted out in their operator, multicam, and stuff. That's why those teams are full.
yeah. Look. I'm gonna say it this way: it's for you all. It's gonna be hot as balls up there, like the fires of hell where you're dropping like flies. Marxist is like the most gearless.
Tribals is the most gearless.
Speak for
I'm
yourself,
running around in a
Chief.
Hawaiian shirt and,
Oh,
and a
BS.
tactical kilt, you know?
I run around with a battle belt and a knife.
Yeah.
So do I. Goofy.
Just a knife.
Well, here's a positive thing about Marxist. It's because it is desert camo. Most of those uniforms are designed for the desert.
Desert.
So
That doesn't
they're
mean nothing.
cut.
Hold on.
The weight
Hold
of
on.
the fabric, it's
Oh.
much better for
It's a good thing I still have all my military outfits.
yeah.
Look, I just want to say this. I walked right into all three other factions and laid hands on all of the COs.
Yeah, I know. I was laughing when I watched you do it.
Black Shirts was by far the best. Black Shirts was the funniest.
No, the best was when Sin was sitting there talking, and the guy walked up and stabbed him.
Yeah,
That was you,
me.
wasn't it?
That was
me.
Joker.
Joker.
Yeah.
That was me. Barrel right to his chest. And then,
Yeah,
I shot 26 other people.
Yeah, and then he's
Yeah.
just standing there looking at his guys and go, really? Really? Really?
Yes. All right.
So who's got
Okay.
the contract on him this year?
Well,
Well,
everybody.
people are gunning for me this year.
Oh, yeah. Virtue's is a tribal this year.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He is.
So
I
All
don't
right,
know if
so
he's
we-
stamp
I-
guarding or if he's running with me.
We'll see.
let's see. Yeah. All right, we've got
We're
8
still up in
minutes
the air
left.
about all that. Yeah.
So I want to get to the contest for this week. Well, what's so funny, Joker?
Amanda yelled, kill him.
Kill
Oh,
him!
okay.
Kill him!
Oh, sorry.
No
Does
worries.
friendly fire count?
It does.
Do you want to talk about your contest?
All right, so folks, last week I offered to give away one of these, either a X1 or X2 2000 lumen weapon light from Monstrum. They're going to be, I'm going to be spinning to win today. One of these two. These are 2000 lumens, crazy bright, solid aluminum, rechargeable, and we got a huge response from last week. So the wheel looks very different than the previous week. So I received all of the entries and plugged them into Wheel of Names. So we're going to spin and see who wins one of these, and whoever you get your choice of an X1 or an X2.
Papa
So-
needs a new
Look
light.
at all those names.
Yeah, all right. So let me
Come on.
Let me
give me a
close
light.
this Dell ad over here.
No whammies, no whammies.
And here we go.
Come on. Give me a new light. Shit.
Arthur Alcazar. All
Too
right.
off.
Congrats, Arthur.
Congrats, Arthur.
Congratulations.
So let's.
I
and,
call
Ian,
Rick.
can you
My
spin
name's
that?
nowhere on that wheel.
Did you bother to enter?
Did you enter
Shut
this year? Okay. So for those of you who didn't win last week, I'm sorry. I mean, this week, I'm sorry, but guess what? Monstrum's giving me another one to give away. So you have a chance this week to win one next Sunday. Same rules pretty much apply. I've got to update the listing with the corrected dates and everything, but essentially the same rules apply. And I'm going to put for the bonus question. I'll pull a topic from this video, from this live stream, to ask as a question. Or, you know what? What I'll do for the bonus is I'll have you post something in the comment section this time, and see how that'll work out. But look at moondogindustries.com/contest later on today or tonight. And
It's a little hard to track there for that one. I'll give you that, because we've got this on, I think, like 7 to 10 different platforms.
okay,
We've got it on your YouTube, Twitch, my YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Joker's YouTube, I believe.
Everything on mine.
Yeah,
so
everything. So that's
all
a
eight
lot
channels.
of track in there, Moondog.
Okay,
You got a lot of channels to check.
Well,
Do it under his YouTube.
you know what?
Everything under
I'll-
Moondog Industries YouTube channel. There.
So
buddy.
what I'll do is I'll post the bonus question in relation to the rules video that I posted. So everyone should at least check out the rules on this game before coming. So anyway, the other ways to qualify are to subscribe to my new travel channel Moondog Go, as well as or follow me on TikTok. Again, complete rules will be at moondogindustries.com/contest. You could win another one of these. They come in. You have a choice of colors. You've got black, OD, and tan. Oh, and a gray. So you get your selection if you win next week.
I'll be re-entering tomorrow.
Oh yeah, and if you've already entered, you're already halfway there. You've already got your screenshots in. Basically, you resubmit with a different subject line, and be sure you put the subject line in correctly. I'll update this later tonight. So look after midnight. For tomorrow. Or look at tomorrow, but make sure the subject line is correct, because when I do a final check, I just do it by a search for the subject line. And if you put some other subject line, your entry is not going to show up. So sorry, but you didn't follow the rules there.
Pay attention to details.
Yeah. And okay. And we're right at the very end of our time here. So I'm going to put in a quick question to everybody. What is your favorite restaurant for after the game?
Texas Roadhouse, Dixon City.
Joker.
That's north. I'm going south.
Dixon
No,
City
south.
is south, actually.
It's south of the field.
Yeah.
Texas Roadhouse, Dixon City.
Texas Roadhouse.
Oh yeah.
There's
Sometimes-
a buffet in Dixon City. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. It's a Chinese buffet. I used to go there after the Lion Claws games at the Scranton Lace Factory. It's a great buffet.
For the past 7 years, I've been cooking for my crew, so I am the restaurant, I guess.
Oh, you
I
stay
usually-
on site, right?
Every year for the
Yeah.
past 7 years.
And I usually stay up in Binghamton, so
You go that far? Dang.
Wow.
That's about the same as going to Dixon City in terms of time wise.
Yeah, but for Cyamp and me, we're coming from due east. You know what I mean? So like, you got to pass through Dixon City to
I
get
come up
to
with
New
that
Milford. and then-
84 or 87,
okay.
whatever it is.
81.
Okay. They don't
Yeah,
want
I don't cut across on 17.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we literally just cut across the tip of Jersey and then just come on up.
No, usually I take 8. I found for me fastest way was take 80 at Scranton, turn north.
That works.
So a fun little thing was I was like getting packed and ready to go because I legit thought that this was going to be next weekend. I didn't realize I had an extra week off. But I'm actually stopping off at the Crescent Prison on my way up because I have to pick up some stuff there.
Did you leave
So-
stuff there?
Yeah, I have my own little cell I keep all my shit in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
it's like
Just don't
it's
get
great
locked in
'cause-
there.
Oh, it's locked in there, all right.
No, he's
Um,
saying you don't get locked in there.
No. See, I have the keys,
Ah,
so I don't get locked in. When I'm there, I have a set of keys that I use to get stuff in and all that. But it's funny because at Geigerlands 1 last year, 2 of our staff shut a door and they got locked inside of a cell. It was
No.
great. Oh yeah, it was
oh
freaking hilarious.
no.
We had to call the fire department. Everything. Fire department comes rolling on up. We had the keys, but the fire department had a fire truck on site, so it was just great. It was just hilarious, and people were like, "They're like, oh shit, we fucked
Content.
up."
Peak content.
No, hun.
Actually, I'll be up there. I think our plan is actually to be up there Thursday night before the event and all that. So we still can't come on property until like 3:00, right?
Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On Friday.
I'll probably be driving in Saturday morning because I'm relatively close.
Slacker.
We'll get parking passes to everybody probably next weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll verify with the 2 other people riding up with me that it'll be Bugs and Emma. See if Emma will help with registration.
That would be great.
But they're definitely going to be snapping some pictures and stuff like that. So
That's
You
great.
better bully Seb to get his ass up here.
Seb ain't coming. I don't. He's not scared of you. He's not scared of me. He's not scared of him. He's not scared of anything.
No, he is
You're
afraid of me. Remember, I was the one that pinned his
He
little
don't-
ass to the floor.
He doesn't care. So when is the band playing before we close?
Oh
this out?
yes.
What time?
So they're going to be playing. Let's see. When we
They-
call, they're going to be setting up, but they're going to start playing as soon as we call game over on the radio.
Yeah, they actually
Once you
they
call
actually
index, yeah.
requested to play while people are coming in, and then break for the raffle, and then I
and then
guess
continue playing.
and you can
Continue
play
their-
some more after that, which would be
Yeah.
great because
Okay,
you'll bring
cool.
people. Bring people in. Okay, that being said, any of the COs who are listening, get your stamps from your collectors before you leave the field. Then come find me up in the lounge. Last year I was doing all the
Wolf
counting,
Lounge,
and I think it was Deus Ex. I was like 3 stamp sheets short because they didn't ask for them. I'm like, you're
Yeah, the
giving
guys
away,
left the field.
you're giving away prize here. You know, I need those. So get them from all your stamp collectors before you leave the field as a team, and then just bring them to me in the lounge. That way, when the band's playing, we're going to chill out. I'll count everything up. Won't tell you who win, Marxists. And we'll go and do what we got to do. So,
Quick question. Do you know what vendors are going to be on scene? Food vendors, not the airsoft.
Oh, we don't have I can ask. I'll ask Timmy for next week, but he probably didn't know until till this coming week. But his plan is to have 3 food trucks out there, like last year.
Okay.
Nice.
Beard and lunchbox. I have no idea.
If we have those guys from last year that we had for food vendors, I will be very happy because they had some really good food. last
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
That gyro
They did.
was.
That was
yeah,
amazing.
that
It's a
also
shame we
brings up
couldn't get
another
Moondog to get some
thought.
Filipino food down there.
The food vendors tend to set up in like the little communal area there is. That's also basically where sign-in is. So if you're getting food, make sure you're in the right line. If you're registering, make sure you're in the right line. So that's all I ask.
Can
Yeah.
you still what with just a pistol? Can you play?
I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm using. I'm gonna be
You
drilling
could.
people.
Yeah, and if you're that kind of guy and you feel you're combat effective with a pistol, go for it. I mean, like you're gonna see HPA tapped pistols, and you're gonna see people just doing straight up mags. Go for it. If you feel you can handle it, please.
for it.
I want to watch.
Need a s'more?
We had a guy on my group last year that came out with just a Glock 18C in one of the 3D printed housing, and he came on with a sniper rifle. He ditched the sniper rifle an hour in and just started killing and mowing people down to the Glock. That's all he used all
yeah.
day.
I mean,
He had a
it's
blast.
amazing.
Oh, I do have one of those chassis. I
Hey,
should use one.
Beard and
Yeah,
lunchbox.
he enjoyed it.
If you can reach out to me either on YouTube or on Facebook, I need to talk to you. And on a related note to that, yeah,
Get with Mark.
please.
Okay, so we are past our time frame. So I want to actually go around one more time to everybody, and also if you have any events or activities you want to plug or a channel, please do so. So let's start with Sonic.
Sadly, I got nothing this year.
Oh,
Personal circumstances, don't have the time, don't have the money, but I make a point to make sure Bad Blood is the priority. So that's where you're going to see me this year.
all right, Joker.
Yes, actually, if you guys could share this, we have something that came up where the prison that we run airsoft events at, the people that are currently leasing, attempting to buy it, are being screwed over by the landlord, essentially, and they're trying to raise the funds so they can buy it. There's another group that's come in that pretty much wants to raise the buildings and turn it in there. So it's actually I usually don't do stuff like this, but the Crescent Prison can use your guys' help. I have usually a laundry list of stuff that I'm doing for the rest of the year, but that blows the next game. Then I have 2 months off, and then we have about 4 things going on in September, October, November. We're all over the place. So, but yeah, We actually have if you guys are interested, Yellow Dog Village in Pennsylvania, weekend September 22nd to the 24th. We're bringing out the Yellow Dog Incident. So
cool.
It's an infected style game, and we're bringing out the skirmish system to use for airsoft. It's actually kind of interesting. I'll talk to you about it after. It's really cool.
Yeah,
Disney Magic Bands.
Cool.
All right, Headkill. Where can we find you?
You can find me on. I help out with the Real Steel YouTube channel, Slav Guns. I do a lot of reviews on accessories and everything too.
You're big on
New Jersey Gun
Instagram.
Farms just mostly just cigar selfies on Instagram. At Cardshark, KRDSHRK. That's pretty much it.
All right, and Buck.
If you guys want to find me, you can find me over on my socials. I just sent my link tree. You guys can find me on YouTube, Twitch, Kick. I'll probably be out at the Yellow Dog Incident in September with Joker up there, and I will be at Scorched Earth in November. So if you guys want to see more of me, I'll be live at least 5 days a week because I help that one with his streams as well.
Will we let you on?
Oh, excuse me. The courtesy, just the courtesy.
And Syamp, I don't know if you have. Are you on any live streams?
No, I don't live stream or do any of that. I don't have the time. I work from 4 in the afternoon to 1 in the morning.
Respect.
So,
Respect.
you know,
Yeah, for sure.
it's like when I get off of work on a Friday night, I want to go play on Saturday. I'm like, okay, I get home, it's like 2. By the time I get up at 4 to go drive, no.
Yeah, I hear you.
Plus, I'm too old.
I hear. Yeah, I totally understand. I get invited to a
Never
couple
too
of
old.
different live streams, but it just doesn't work with my schedule. The only one I occasionally will jump on is this gun channel, Hillbilly Nation. And,
I was watching you on that the other night, or was it last night?
yeah, it was last night.
Last night.
Yeah, I was watching that last night. I was laughing. I was like, they all got beards but Tom.
Yeah,
You got to work on that, Tom.
yeah. I can't. It's like,
It's an Asian thing.
Damn.
You know how long it took me to grow this?
30 years.
Well, it took most of COVID.
yeah. So yeah, I'm just my side of the family. My cousin could draw a mustache, but I can't. So anyway, so we're gonna wrap things up. I'm Moondog. You can find me on my channel, Moondog Industries. Of course, on Facebook, you can find me associated with all of the Bad Blood Facebook groups. You can also find my other channels, Moondog Reviews and Moondog Go, and on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. So look forward to chatting with you. If you have any other questions, please post it up on our Facebook group, the Bad Blood series, and we'll get to it. And of course, tune in next Sunday and ask your questions live with us, and we'll be happy to answer them, as well as, again, we're going to be spinning for the winner of the next Monstrum Raider. So we'll see.
I'll also
That'll be a nice Father's Day gift.
And be aware that will be our last one before the event. So get your questions ready, guys. This is our last one.
I'll also be streaming
less than 2 weeks out.
I'll be talking about this on Tuesday. Babble about Tuesday on my weekly live stream too. So
great.
Thank you.
I will also be there to help out with that.
Awesome.
oh, really? Now that's very presumptuous of you, sir.
I mean, I'll also be streaming that same day. So if you want to ask me questions there, you can also do that. And usually you text me an hour before, so bite me.
No, you text me. Let's get this straight. Can I be on?
Oh yeah, yes, that's the text I give.
All right. I'm gonna
Okay.
Do
do
you
these
need
two.
me tonight?
Oh no, they were not talking about a live stream. I think it was just texting you that. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for being online with us, and to all of our viewers, thanks for being online, and we'll see you next week.
Till next week, may your
Peace
BBs
out.
fly true and your opponents always call your hits.
Okay.
Goodbye.